Morning, everyone. We will go on the record and call two related Trigg County cases. The first is case 14 CR 00085, Commonwealth versus Ryan Champion, and the second is 15 CR 00029, Commonwealth versus Ann Plotkin. And Mr. Champion is here with his attorneys, Honorable Joanne Lynch and Audrey Woosnam. Ms. Plotkin is here with her attorneys, Honorable Eric Stovall, who has just entered his appearance on her behalf today, and Honorable Kenneth Root, and the Commonwealth's represented this morning by Honorable Carrie O.B. Wiggins, the Commonwealth attorney, and her assistant, Honorable Jill Giordano. We have a fairly routine session today just to check on the status of the cases and to deal with being sure that we're set for next month. Let's talk about Mr. Champion's case first, and I think that with the ruling that I made on the defense request for Daubert hearing on all of the scientific evidence, my ruling was that we're left on the duct tape comparison. Ms. Woosnam, do you have anything this morning or that was filed last night that you believe I should relook at in terms of evidence that would challenge the judicial notice that those ballistics and gunshot residue and DNA items are due? Do you have anything to the contrary of the judicial notice that they're entitled to?
There hasn't been any additional
Ms.
filings.
Woosnam, okay.
No.
And Ms. O.B. Wiggins, I don't know that you've had a chance to check with your witness on the other, but if you have, does that look like the November 18th date will work?
Judge, I have contacted the laboratory person who will be testifying on the issue at the Daubert hearing, and he is available on that date.
All right. So we'll plan on doing that at November the 18th at our 9 o'clock session here. There will be other, it won't just be limited to that, but we'll take care of that morning.
Just may I ask a question
you sure
regarding
may.
that? I was just wondering, is the Commonwealth intending on calling any other witness other than the laboratory technician?
As of right now, I don't believe I'll be calling any other witnesses.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. And other than just confirming that we've got our next date here on the 18th of November, anything on the Commonwealth's list that you want to report on this morning or that you want to take up this morning, Ms. O.B. Wiggins?
Judge, we don't have any issues that need to be addressed by the court. As far as just updating the court as to what we're doing, we're continuing to proceed with trial, and we'll be ready to get this case tried in February at the scheduled trial date.
All right. And Ms. Lynch, speaking on behalf of Mr. Champion, either you or Ms. Woosnam, anything that you think we ought to take up this morning?
Judge, we don't have anything to take up this morning.
Anything you want to report on then?
Nothing specific, just to let the court know that we're continuing investigating both phases of the trial, continuing working on experts that we referenced the last time that we were here, and we're simply doing most of our work outside of the court at this point.
That's as it should be. All right, very good. Then let's turn the page to Ms. Plotkin's case. I had initially thought that we would look at scheduling her trial at this time, and not through any dilatory reason. Mr. Stovall has just come aboard, and I think that we all agree that in fairness we'll take up the scheduling of her trial on our November the 18th date. We'll call that a pre-trial for Ms. Plotkin as well, and that'll give you, Mr. Stovall, an opportunity to get a little deeper into the facts of the case perhaps and have a little better feel for it. And I would anticipate then at next month's hearing, we would set a trial date and pretrial conferences and work toward getting her case on track as well. Is that satisfactory for you for today?
It is, Your Honor, and I appreciate the court allowing that time to make those decisions.
Now, while I'm looking in this direction, anything else on Ms. Plotkin's case that either counsel wishes to report this morning or go over this morning?
Nothing at this time, Your Honor.
All right. And Ms. Obie-Wiggins, anything on Ms. Plotkin's case from the Commonwealth standpoint that I need to deal with this morning?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Let me just make a couple of notes here. So, looks like my order after this pretrial conference will be pretty simple. We were all here, everybody's working on their cases. We've got our hearing for next month on Daubert-related issues on November the 18th at 9 o'clock. And we'll have a pretrial conference on Ms. Plotkin's case at the same time. I'll put them at the same time rather than one after the other, but and then we'll decide when we get here next month what we're going to do first and second. And it may be that your witness needs to make a connection or something. So if we need to do the hearing first, we'll do that. And I expect that that's something of interest to Ms. Plotkin's counsel as well. So I guess what I'm doing is thinking out loud on whether I ought to separate them, but it doesn't seem logical to me to do that. So we'll just put them both down for 9 o'clock and deal with the business that we have at hand at that time then. All right.
And Your Honor, you've referred to next month a couple of times, but you are referring to, we won't be back in court until the November 18th date. Is that correct?
You are right, and
Okay.
November does not follow August, so thank you for clarifying.
I just wanted to make sure that we didn't miss a date,
Thank you.
Your Honor.
I have been known to skip months, and I did misspeak. Our next scheduled date is November the 18th, so thank you for making that clear. Anything else, Ms. Obie-Wiggins?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Lynch?
Judge, actually, one minor housekeeping
All right.
thing, since there's representatives from the Commonwealth, the court, the clerk's office, and our co-defendant. We have a minor change to our new address. We had filed a change of address for everybody.
All
We everything's the same. You just have to add suite number 2, as in between 1 and 3,
All right.
for us.
All right. Thank you. We'll all note that then if we haven't.
So.
All right, good. And that's for both you and Ms. Woosnam?
Yes,
All right.
that will find its way to one or the both of us.
All right, very good. Anything else then?
No, sir.
All right. Mr. Stovall or Mr. Root, anything else we need to deal with today?
No, Your Honor.
Yeah, Your Honor.
All right. Well, thank you very much then. And so that does conclude our business in both of these cases for today, so court is adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.